Hello all, welcome to A Educator. In this video, let us learn about vanishing and exploding gradient. Vanishing gradient problem occurs in backpropagation while updating the weights, where the derivative dou L by dou W becomes so negligible that eventually it will vanish, which leads to no update in the weights. No updates in the weights means no learning happening in the neural network. This problem is called vanishing gradient. Now, let us learn about exploding gradient. Exploding gradient problem occurs in backpropagation while updating the weights where the derivative dou by dou W becomes so huge that eventually it will explode, which leads to vast update in the weights. By that, we'll not have a proper learning in the neural network. This problem is called exploding gradient. Let us understand the vanishing gradient and exploding gradient with a small example. First, let us look into the vanishing gradient. Consider W old is equals to 5 and my learning rate is 0.1 and I have rate of change of loss with respect to weight which is 0.001. Now my new weight will be W new is equals to 5 minus 0.1 into 0.001, which will give me 5 minus 0.0001, which will give me a value of 4.999, which is approximately equals to 5. There is not that much of a difference with respect to 5 and 4.9999. This kind of problem happens in vanishing gradient. It's not 0.001. Sometimes it will be even smaller. For example, if initially our weight has 5, then we can get a value something like 4.9999999, which would be nothing more than 5. This kind of problem is called as a vanishing gradient problem, where the gradient will slowly become so negligible. Now, let us look into the exploding gradient. Consider my W old is 5, my learning rate is 0.1, my rate of change of loss with respect to weight is 1000. Okay, so my new weight will be 5 minus 0.1 into 1000, which will give me 5 minus 100. As an output, I will get minus 95, which is a drastic change when compared to 5 and minus 95. Sometimes the value even get more higher than 1000. It will be 10,000s or even more. In that scenarios, we will get a very large negative number which affects the learning process. That kind of problem is called exploding gradient. In the next video, let us learn training for batches.